Hi, my name is Kata. They, them, their, or he, him, his pronouns, please. So I figured my experience with porn is a little interesting because it differs from the norm, so I figured I might share my own personal experience with it. So my experience is pretty much that of confusion. There's really very little for me. For many people, porn can be a way to explore fantasies and learn the kind of things that you might like without really having to expect that that is what your sex is going to look like. And usually when porn is made, it is made by cis men, so cis being not transgender, so cisgender is the opposite of trans. It's by cis men and for cis men. So even porn that might appeal to cis women tends to be made still for cis men's viewing pleasure. However, I am queer, asexual, and transgender, so porn that is generally made doesn't appeal to me because it isn't made for people like me. It is made, usually made include people like me, but it isn't made to be viewed for me. That is something that I'm just not catered to. It's an area I just don't get. I think it's interesting to note that for asexuals, the relationship with porn is very complex. So some are repulsed, some are ambivalent, and some are very sex positive. And for many asexual people, porn is a way for them to explore what they might be interested in without really having any pressure from a non-asexual partner. Because asexual people are simply just not attracted to other people sexually. That doesn't mean that they might not be okay with having sex without being attracted to their partner, or that there might not be things that they're interested in. Many asexuals, for example, have fetishes, and their attraction is to that fetish and not to the person they're doing it with. So porn can be a really great way for them to explore. And many asexuals, also known as this group is known as autocore sexual, is interested in a fantasy without actually wanting to act that out in reality. So porn is actually surprisingly more common than you might expect within the asexual community. But even then, there's really nothing that would appeal to me because straight porn just doesn't appeal to me as a trans man, but neither does gay porn because physiologically I'm different. But trans porn in itself is this really big realm that is incredibly confusing. You might see a lot of porn featuring trans women. Usually these use dehumanizing slurs like tranny and she-male and all those kinds of things. Generally, trans women are turned into something for cis men's pleasure. It is like the dirty secret. You can only explore it through porn, and you can't see it in other ways of life because transgender women usually seem to be this way for cis men to explore gay attraction while still being able to claim that they're completely straight. So unfortunately, trans women become fetishized and objectified and don't have the rights to their own sexuality. So they aren't allowed to claim their own sexuality, but they're allowed to be the object of sexual attraction. And even then, trans men don't really have anything that appeals to them. So most trans men come through the lesbian community. So even the porn, the very little porn that is made for trans men usually is made featuring women. And I'm gay. I'm attracted to men. So there's still very little that is made for trans men who are gay. Most trans male porn is straight. So, and even of that porn, there's usually the tropes and things that are seen within it are very hypersexualized, and in a way that wouldn't appeal to me as an asexual person. So basically, porn is a really great way to experience and explore sexuality if you are a part of a majority group, like you're white, cisgender, straight. If you are able-bodied and skinny and all of those things, it's great for you. But if you aren't, then you end up being a part of porn, but not a subject of it. You are the object. And I think porn is what you can notice within porn is people become these objects. the hard part with that is that it really reflects the hidden biases that we have within our society. So if we want to allow everybody to have healthy exploration of their sexuality, then we really need to start diversifying porn.